This next view of division is called the equal sharing view of division. If we have A divided by B, it means something to the effect of we have A items to share fairly among B people. It doesn't have to be people, it could be objects or something like that. Dogs could be sharing this, or any number of different kinds of things, but I'll say people. In a case with some numbers like 12 divided by 4, I might say there are 12 candies. 4 students share them fairly. And then the question would be, how many candies does each student get? In that case, we've got 12 candies. Let me try to model what this would look like. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I want to put these 12 candies and share them among 4 students. So I'm going to draw little boxes to represent the 4 students, 4 boxes. And then I'm going to move the candies one at a time. So everybody gets 1. And then everybody gets 2. So this is kind of like if we're dealing out cards or something. Everybody gets a 3rd one, and I'm done. So everybody got 3, and so I would say my answer is 3. My quotient for this would be 3. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3, because each student got 3 candies. Notice that the way that we distributed these out was different than with the measurement view or repeated subtraction. In that case, 12 divided by 4, we took 4 objects out at a time. But now this isn't talking about a group of 4 objects. This is talking about this divisor, this 4, is talking about how many students are sharing. And so I have 4 of those. And so there's a fundamental difference between repeated subtraction and equal sharing. Equal sharing also has a couple of other names that our book uses, or at least one other name, and it's also known as partitive division. That's hard to read. Let me try to write that again. So it's also known as partitive division. And just as a quick overview of the comparing and contrasting the 2 types, we have measurement and we have equal sharing. So if I say, let me write that problem again, there are 12 candies, 4 students share them fairly. The question, how many candies does each student get? That's the question we just answered. A measurement question, again, this is 12 divided by 4 equals 3. A measurement question could start the same way. There are 12 candies, but now I want to say, to make it measurement, which is asking how many, if I'm doing 12 divided by 4, how many 4s are in 12, I'll say each student gets 4 candies. The question now, if each student gets 4 candies, is how many students get candy. We know that the students get 4 pieces. What we don't know is how many students get candy. So this 4 in the measurement division is talking about how many candies, and that's related to, on the other problem, the number of candies was the quotient. So the number of things in a group, in measurement division is the divisor, and the number of groups is the quotient. In equal sharing division, the number of groups is given to you. So there were 4 groups. Each group was a student, a group of candies, and the number of things in a group is the quotient. So between these two ideas, between measurement division and equal sharing division, they're fundamentally different in that the divisor and the quotient, the meaning of those changes depending on which one that we're looking at.